Okay, here we are in the Holy Megillah, the Nazarene Bible of the Essene Way. We're in the book of Noah, and we're at chapter 6, Noah's Dream, the quest for the pearl. That night Noah dreamed. He dreamed that he was a prince in a kingdom of great beauty, prosperity, and peace. On the day he was to become an adult and inherit a share of the kingdom, his father the king and his mother the queen called him to them. His mother said, "Beloved son Isaac, what do you desire as a gift on this day that we celebrate your birth?" The prince replied, "I desire to have my peace restored. For behold, I have spent the morning gazing into the crystal lake, and I saw in the lake a vision. Lo, I beheld the bottom of the lake a world. At the bottom of the lake a world. I perceived that this world was once a beautiful garden, but a spoiler came and scattered evil seed. He harmed the garden and deceived the children of the garden. Great pain spread throughout the garden, and the children cried for help. Truly this vision has disturbed my peace. For lo, as I gazed into the lake, my peace left me, becoming a tear of compassion, and this tear rolled down my cheek and landed in the crystal lake. And then it became a white pearl, and the pearl of peace sank to the very bottom of the lake and entered the spoiled garden. And there a wicked serpent, the spoiler, prevented the children of the garden from receiving my pearl. Yea, the serpent stole it and used it not, but prevented others from using it. Wherefore I am no longer in peace. The king said, "No, for I must go to this world and find my pearl." The king said, "My son, you are privileged to be born into great prosperity and privilege. For behold, you are the son of a king and queen. In truth, you could not have been born into such privilege had you not earned it in previous lifetimes. For none are born in this kingdom, but that have not earned it. For none are born in this kingdom that have not earned it. Nevertheless, if you feel called to dive into the lake and swim to the bottom in search of the pearl of peace, you have our blessing. For lo, we ourselves planted that garden, and we were greatly saddened when the serpent attacked and spoiled the garden, and we ourselves have visited that kingdom, and will again until the day of the salvation of the garden. Wherefore, according to your will, your birthday gift shall be a holy mission. Go to the kingdom at the bottom of the lake, find your lost pearl, and return with it." And so the prince, taking off his royal robes, dived naked into the crystal lake. He swam downward until he reached the kingdom of the spoiled garden. When he arrived there, nobody could see him or talk to him, for he was naked and could not be seen. Wherefore he put on a robe like unto that worn by the people of this kingdom. When he donned that heavy robe, which was not light like the one he was used to, he felt tired and sleepy. Lo, the air of this kingdom made him feel drunk and dizzy, and the food made him very forgetful. Soon he had forgotten who he was and why he had come to this kingdom of the spoiled garden. When he spoke, the people understood him not. Lo, they knew from his accent that he was a foreigner, and they mocked him. Wherefore he learned to speak the language of these people that he might be understood. Then, as luck would have it, an old man who had also come to this world from the blessed kingdom above recognized the origin of the young man. Happy to find a kinsman in this spoiled garden, the old man tutored the boy. The boy learned much and was on the verge of remembering his origin when the serpent killed the old man. The young man was the best of the men in the spoiled garden. He knew more, he loved more, he helped more, but he was still a man of the spoiled garden. For lo, he knew about the higher worlds and taught about the higher worlds. He had not yet remembered, but he was close. Then tragedy struck. The wife and children of the young man were killed in a terrible fire set by the serpent. Rather than stay and fight in the flames that had threatened to engulf the entire world, the young man sank into despair and fled. The young man was heartbroken and sank into deep depression. He forgot about remembering and lost himself in worldly pursuits. After some years, he remarried. Then again tragedy struck. Again his family was killed in a fire. Again, rather than fight the flames that threatened to engulf the entire world, rather than bring water to the homes of those who would next be attacked, rather than confront the arsonists and cast them into prison, he fled in despair. This time he ran to the edge of a very high cliff. He jumped off the cliff and fell towards the ground, seeking the death that he hoped would release him from his deep sorrow. But before the man in Noah's dream hit the ground, Noah awoke from his dream. Chapter 7, The Awakening of Noah. Yea, still lying on his back by the edge of the cliff where he had fallen asleep and dreamed, Noah awoke to a golden sunrise. Yea, Noah awoke to the sound of a dove singing in his ear. Lo, Noah sat up and opened his eyes and ears, and behold, the dove sang him a song, and this is the song she sang. Hymn of the Robe of Glory. In the house of jah-jah, the Mother Ovum, are countless world chains, each of 7 heavens. The 7th heaven of each world chain is a hidden chamber within a blazing star. Above this world of earth is a star called the sun. Its hidden chamber is a spiritual core, not of fire, not of heat, but of celestial light. It is the spiritual core within the body of the sun. Behold, a celestial realm of love and delight, beyond comprehension of mortal mind. Bet Ha Shifa, house of influx, crowns of this world chain, crown of this world chain, the 7th heaven, home of holy cherub, those of Sekel Mufala, servants of jah-jah and Elohim, wearing robes of light from heaven most high, abode of Jah and Jalah. Into the 7th heaven flows the river of light. The Nahara, jah-jah's river of light, enters the 7th heaven and the crowns of all therein. Shekel Sifa Nivadal makes the cherub glow, and from their shimmering crowns they stream light below, into the crown of each creature in each world below, from the 7th heaven, the Nahar Nihara does flow. Behold, the 7th heaven, and the cherub within, ruled by Abraham and Sarah, placed therein by Elohim. Abraham and Sarah, cherubim, king and queen, give birth to a baby. Isaac was his name. Abraham and Sarah, crowned Prince Isaac, by their side, visited the world called earth, over which they preside. Disguised as humans they were, and treated poorly indeed. Of angelic help they saw, this world was in need. A Garden of Eden this world once was, first home of first heaven, bed of Adam and Eve's love. But Lucifer attacked, and first heaven was razed. Now Elohim and cherubim this world work to save. Prince Isaac was moved by compassion to say, Mother, Father, please send me to this poor worldly someday. Then to the Nazarenes assembled, Abraham and Sarah prophesied a promise they made of a great sacrifice, a sacrifice profound of their firstborn son, crowned Prince Isaac, to this world would come. A day in the future when darkness reigns, a day of despair when hope seems vain. The Nazarene remnant, battered, nearly extinct, Luciferian experiments, bringing mankind to the brink. The great sacrifice of Isaac is made, his cherubim body aside has been laid. Yea, in the 7th heaven the robe of light lain, a robe immortal, without spoil, without stain. Yea, the glorious robe of immortal light, the royal garment of cherubim delight, the robe of the royal cherubim prince, exchanged for a robe mortal and dense. On a beam of sunlight to the world called earth, the crown prince came to take human birth. Abraham and Sarah an early body prepared for the soul of Isaac, whose sacrifice they shared. For they gave earth their firstborn son, whom in forgetfulness the immortal way may shun, who in this world, dense from the fall, risk his immortal life due to compassion's call. At risk of forgetting who he is, why he came, at risk of falling into hell's world, into hell worlds of flame, for having stepped into earthly mortal birth, and being a being may tumble to worlds lower than earth. And in those hell worlds, the chances are slim that one will awaken to rise up again. Wherefore, whenever one like the crown prince leaves a heavenly realm to serve in worlds dense, they are carefully watched. Them we do not forsake. Messages are sent that say, Sleeper, awake. The song of the dove entered the ears of Noah and moved through his body, reminding him, and then touched his spirit, and he remembered, yea, the sleeper awoke. Behold, Noah remembered his home in the seventh heaven. He remembered his blessed life as Prince Isaac. He remembered his purpose in coming to this world and the risk of the great sacrifice. And he knew the identity of the dove, my lady Jahnah, he said, then climbed to his feet and bowed. All right, we're at chapter 8. I think it went over 10 minutes, but we're going to pick it up on the next video. All right, guys, thanks for watching.